There's multiple gaming niches making people thousands of dollars per day, and I own some of these channels. So today, I'm gonna break down everything I know in multiple niches like Roblox and Minecraft, and you guys will definitely want to watch till the end because there's sauce you guys do not know yet. So this is one of the Roblox channels that I own. I make shorts on here, and they're honestly pretty easy to make, and the way I did it was just study other competitors and take their ideas and make them better. And I'm going to show you exactly how you guys can do the same thing. So it all starts with your niche, which is really easy to choose for Roblox because they actually have a charts page that shows you the top games everyone's playing so you can get the biggest market reach possible. And right now, one of the most popular games happens to be this, Escape Tsunami for Brain Rots. This is where everyone's making their views and money right now. So before we can record anything, we have to find a video to get inspiration from or copy, which all you have to do that is type in your game. So we're going to do Tsunami Brain Rot, and then we're basically just going to go to the shorts tab and look at what we see. So these ones all have faces. For the video I'm going to make, I want to do it faceless so we can find one without the camera. And this guy actually seems to have a lot of views. So if we go by popular, as you can see, a bunch of these are from the Tsunami game. You can tell from these waves and the yellow background. And we have 29 million, 20 million, 18, and these are all from this year because this game did not exist till like recently. So you know the potential to get views is here right now. But now let's see what these videos actually look like. So this one's like 20 seconds. Okay. So all he's doing is testing these different speeds to see if he can survive. As you can see, this is the medium speed and then the 6-7 speed. And I think he does a call to action. Yeah. 3-second call to action, and that's the entire short. And this got over 8 million views in less than 1 month. So let's go ahead and recreate this, which starts by just opening the game. And something to note, guys, is that a lot of these creators can do these videos legit in the game, but what the top creators do is we actually have a private Discord with the modded game, so you can progress faster and not have to spend time waiting to do things. And if you guys are interested and want to see it for yourself, I will leave a link in the description. But now we are on the modded server, and you can do this without the modded. I'm just going to use it because it makes it way faster for you guys. We have access to admin panel, which is really useful, so we can turn off these waves that are really annoying. So boom, pause spawning and clear waves. Now there's no waves. And we can also turn off the spawns for all these brain rots so our shots look more clear. And boom, now it all looks good. So if we go back to this video, we can see we just need a rainbow staircase, and then we basically just got to change our speed 3 times, and that's the whole video. And to get the staircase model, I'm going to use the Roblox creator store, and we're just going to type in rainbow staircase. And as you can see, they got a bunch. Let's just do this one. What you're going to do here is copy this number and go back into the game. Now we're just going to go to models, import, and paste that number. And as you can see, now we have the rainbow staircase. Simple as that. So let's just place it here, and then at the top we're going to put a brain rot because that's what they did in the video, as you can see right here. And I'm also just going to fly because it makes it a lot easier to do these things. As you can see, this is why modded server is useful. Definitely check out that link in the description if you guys are doing this. But now we're just going to open the admin panel, go to brain rot, and then let's go to infinity because that's the rarest one. And then let's just get a random one of these, and boom, now we have the brain rot. And from this point, guys, I'm basically just going to copy the video. This is a concept you can apply to any niche and any video you're making. Study an outlier like this and just take the format and kind of remake it. So now we just need to spawn a wave, be like nope, and then try to run up, and we're gonna have pretty slow speed. So we're gonna go to the wave section, and let's go spawn wave. Let's get a beast one because that's a fast one. So now let's just spawn the wave, be like oh no, and then run up here and you're dead. Now we're just gonna do the same thing but make it a little bit faster since we're on the medium speed now, but we're still dead. And now we're just gonna do the same thing one more time, slightly faster so that we can actually survive it. As you can see, we should be up here just in time. Perfect. And now we can pick this up. And there is one more shot to do, which is this, the intro. And we can do that with something called free cam, which if you're not unmodded, you can just do a shot looking up at it. But for the sake of the video, let's recreate this. So as you can see, turn free cam on and we can fly around and get cool camera shots. And we're just going to add our first camera position right in front of the staircase, just like the video. Add camera position and then go to the top, since we're making a waypoint basically. And then our second camera point right there. So now this is what the shot looks like. And now that is the entire recording process done. So let's switch over to our editor. I use CapCut, but you could use anything. Let's make a new project and just import all the files. So now we have all of our shots, and I'm basically just going to cut this up so it looks good now and copy this video essentially. And in order to get my face out of here, we're just going to go to ratio and make it a 9:16. So it's a shorts format. and then zoom in. Okay, we're just gonna do that for all these clips. There's only 4 luckily, since this is a really simple short, but now we can just cut so that it matches the video. So after doing some cuts, this is what it looks like now. We have our first shot, nice. Our first run up the staircase, we die. Boom, second time's a little faster, still failed. Third one is the fastest, and I actually sped it up a little bit in the editor so it looks even faster. And right here, we're going to actually pause the video, because in the reference video, they do a CTA call to action right here. So they just do a freeze frame and then add subscribe and like. So this is how you can do that. We're just going to go right here, right click, do edit and freeze. There's our freeze frame. Now we can get a 3-2-1 green screen. You can look that up if you want that. We're going to go remove background, chroma key, and then click this green. And it looks like this. Let's move it up a little bit as well. But yeah, that's basically the CTA. We can also go to effects and add a blur. So boom, add blur. And now you can see looks better. And since this is the video pretty much done, now what I'll usually do is move on to sound effects and get our music. And finding your right sound effects and music just comes from studying the niche. So I happen to already know the popular songs, but if you guys don't know what songs to use, just research the competitors and see what they do. So we're going to use a song called Matadora. This one's very popular right now and it sounds like this. And now I'm basically just going to cut the music whenever I die, since that's how it is in the video. So right there, we'll cut it and it goes like this. And now when the music resumes, we're going to speed it up actually by 10%, change the pitch, since that is what this format does. And now it looks like this. And then we're going to cut it again right here when I die. And we have the clip one more time, sped up even more so that it is just like the video. And this one sounds like this. Alright, now that music's out of the way, we can go to sound effects. So I think we just need like wrong buzzer and correct buzzer. And if you guys need sound effects, I actually just opened a Discord server with all the sound effects I use. So if you're interested about that, I'll put it in the pinned comment. But let's just get our wrong buzzer sound and put it every time I die. So now it sounds like this. So now we just need the answer correct sound, or you can just look up checkmark sound effect. And let's put that right here at the end. Now it sounds like this. We're also going to add a wow sound effect at the beginning. If you want that sound effect, I think it's just called anime wow sound. So it's like this. And that's all the sound effects done. So now we can move on to the on-screen overlays, which is just adding a red screen when you die and also these little shoes with the numbers. So for the red, I'm just going to look up literally just red and then get this picture, save this. And we're just going to put it in the editor. Put it right where I die and then make it really short. Let's expand this so it's the full screen. And then I'm just going to change the opacity a little bit so it's not like too much. And the last thing is that it fades out just like this. Nice. I'll copy paste that to the next time that I die right here. And then why not? Let's just do a green one for the last one since I got it successfully. So now it looks like this. So now to get this shoe icon, I think I just asked someone in this Roblox Discord, so you can find it pretty easily, but let's just get it and basically put it for the whole short. We're gonna make it really tiny and then put it up here on the left. And we gotta do it 2 more times because there's 3 speeds. So let's just copy paste it, put one in the middle, and then put one to the right, just like that. And now we're just gonna add some text numbers below these. So let's get our text box. Let's do, I don't know, 5 because it's the smallest one. Let's change the font to impact, looks a little better. And now add a stroke around it. I'm just gonna copy paste this and do it 2 more times for these numbers. So for this one, we can do like, I don't know, 670 because why not? And then the last one we can just do 670. So boom, there's all our numbers done. Also, I forgot to add some sound effects, so we're just gonna put this little riser right here and we'll copy paste it for the second one. Okay, now all I have to do is add an X or check mark on top of these when I die or succeed. So you can just look that up. I already have them downloaded, so let's put that in there. Make it a little smaller and put it on top of here. We're gonna put that right when I die, which is right here. So now it looks like this. Nice. I'm gonna do the same thing for the second death. Okay, there we go. There's our second one. I'm also gonna copy these and paste them for after the CTA part, because for the CTA, we don't want any of this on the screen. I'm actually just going to cut all this as well. Then after the CTA, they come back on the screen like this. And then the last thing is just the check mark. So let's get our check mark PNG and put it right when I succeed. Make it smaller. And now the short is almost done. We just got to add our CTA. So let's get another text box and do will I survive question mark. Put it in the center. And then let's make a like and subscribe text box. So we have like, put it right here, and then subscribe, and we can put that one here. And one more time, we're just going to get our check mark in X. I have other ones that look better here. So boom, and then we'll just move them around so they look good. And there we go. I think that's basically the whole short done now. So let's just go ahead and export this and see what it looks like now. All right, here's the finished product. You guys can make this different, add your own sound effects, your own music, but that's basically the format that you're going to follow. And as long as you have this skill of studying an outlier like this one and just remaking it into your own video, that is the formula on how you can get views. And if you guys are actually serious about getting views, I just started a community where I teach you exactly what you need to do to go viral. And you'll have access to one-on-one coaching with me and just talking with other people who are doing the same thing as you. So if that sounds interesting, check out the pinned comment. I'll leave it there. On this channel, I've shown you guys how to get crazy money from Roblox shorts, but not Minecraft yet, which happens to be the second biggest game. And luckily, I have experience in the Minecraft niche, pulling thousands of dollars and millions of views from doing this. And if you want more proof, I posted my shorts to Instagram and they also popped off. As you can see, these are all in the millions. If I scroll up here to the top, 6 million, almost 10 million views. So these are proven to work even on other socials. And I'm going to show you my whole process from finding ideas, recording, and editing a video. So let's get started. The very first step we need to do is find videos to get inspiration from, because if you just make a random video, the chance it blows up is not guaranteed. But if you take inspiration from proven formats, aka studying the top competitors, then you can expect to get more views with a higher chance. So what I do is use this website. It's called viewstats.com. Mr. Beast made it, so you know it's going to be good. And I will filter up here by US and gaming niche, so we can see all the top gaming channels this month and be able to study what they're doing to get the most views. So I already know just from studying, like we got Cheap Pickle, DeQuavis, these guys are all Minecraft, Dr. Donut Clips. A lot of these channels are Minecraft. So that's how you know Minecraft is going to be a good niche to go into. Obviously, it's Minecraft. So what I'll do from here is just click on all these channels who do Minecraft and see what they're posting to see what I can also make. And the format that happens to be probably the easiest for any of you guys to start is this one, where you just do skits with like some caption at the top. This has 76 million views. Let's check it out. All right, this is a 30-second short. Let's just see what it's about. Minecraft when you generate a world. So it's Notch building the world. This is interesting because you never get to see it actually being built. So they're just building all the structures, building the trees, literally every part of the world. We can recreate this super easily. And I know that this is a pretty stable idea to do because it's been done so many times. Like look at 86 million views, another short, 10 million views. I've just seen it so many times. So the chance that you can make it go viral for yourself is pretty high. And you don't have to copy this exact idea. If you want to do something different, find someone else on this list and find whichever video is their most popular and see if you can recreate it. See, this one's the same thing with the 86 million views, except they used Herobrine instead of Notch. Same exact format. They just switch out Notch for Herobrine. So we're going to make one of these videos right now, and you don't need other people. I'll show you exactly how to do it by yourself. And something we need to do this is called Blockbuster mod. This is a mod for Minecraft that lets us spawn other NPCs like we see here, and you can control them. So if you've never had experience with this, just look up how to install Blockbuster and use it. It's pretty simple to get started, but this is not a Blockbuster tutorial. Let's just open up the modded game, go to single player, and then we can just open a world. But we're going to start off with this shot because it's the opening scene. We're at 0%. We need terrain. So we're just going to go fly up in the sky and make it look like there's an empty world. And I think I can actually just lower my render distance to 2. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to do /set_block glass so that we have somewhere to build on. All right, now that we have our block, let's figure out how to actually get our characters. I moved the camera down so you guys can see these buttons, but I'm going to open the Blockbuster menu, look at your controls and keybinds to see how to open that. I think it should be right here, make lib dashboard. That's the keybind you need. But I'm going to open that, and then I'm going to go to the scene tab, and it'll be empty. But if we press this plus in the bottom right, I can add a replay. This is how we record the players. So I'm going to do pick, and then I'm going to pick one of these models. I'm going to type in Fred, actually. This is the best one to get for like a Notch or a Herobrine player. So I'll just type in Fred, and you guys actually can't see it. Hold up. Okay, I moved my camera again. Now you should be able to see it. I just typed in Fred here. Once I've selected him, we can go to edit in the bottom right, and then we're going to go to this materials thing right here. Pick skin in the top left, and now I'm just going to navigate through my files. You guys won't have any of this stuff yet, but if you want to add anything like skins, look up a Blockbuster tutorial because it's going to explain it way easier than I will. but I basically just downloaded these and put it in my files. But I've already organized everything into a skins folder, luckily, so we're gonna go down and grab Herobrine. That's how we get Herobrine. Now we have to record them. All right, this is a keybind you're gonna need. It's called record scene, and in keybinds it's under Blockbuster, so this is what I use, semicolon. So I'm just gonna grab a dirt block, since that's what we need to build with, and then I'm just gonna press semicolon to start recording. 3, 2, 1, and we're just gonna start placing these blocks like this. That should be enough. So after you press your record keybind again, so for me it's semicolon. If you press your play keybind, so right here, play stop scene, I have it on P. If we press P, boom. Now look what happens. Pretty cool, right? And it'll stay until the scene's over. So now what I'm going to do is just build some other blocks around here because we got to replicate this process a bit. And if we want to make a second guy, all we got to do is duplicate. So we can use this button here. Now we have a second one and we can record the second guy. So we'll start building on this block. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So now there's 2 of us. Simple as that. So now we have 2. And I'm just going to do this whole process until we get a bunch of us, just like the video. So let's just duplicate a bunch of these and we'll just do the same process. So I'll catch y'all when that is done. All right. And I think that should be the last one. Now there should be 10 of us. All right. So now to actually record the first shot, I'm going to press F1 to disable my HUD. And now I'm just going to press play and I'll stand right here. Yeah, this is the first shot. The second shot is actually building on the dirt blocks. So we can do this one pretty easily. I have a mod called World Edit that lets me build really fast, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. But if you don't know how to use World Edit, well, you could just build like this as well. But if you want to see how OP World Edit is, watch this. We're gonna do //set dirt, and boom, it just instantly builds for us. So now we can do the second shot. Let's go ahead and record those players again, and this time we need a dirt block. So let's go to our first character. Nice, we have it selected, and we can just go and record them. Same process as before. We're just going to start building some blocks randomly. So now it looks like this. And we're just going to repeat this process till we have all 10 of them done. And now I'm just going to record the second shot, which is just placing dirt and watching all these Herobrines build as well. And done. Now the rest of the short is actually pretty easy. We're just going to build random stuff like trees, stuff you find on the ground, grass, and structures. So we'll start with some trees. We're just going to get some saplings and bone meal to grow it with. So it's literally as easy as doing this. Place a sapling and grow it. And we'll do one more shot just to go a second example. Let's do some cactus like that. Put some around the map just so it looks legit, and boom. Okay, next we're gonna make some artificial caves. So I'm just gonna place TNT like that, blow it up, and then we should have a cave now. Nice. Okay, next we're gonna make some ores on the walls. So I'm just gonna use our Herobrines again and record, and I'm basically just gonna place some ores around so it looks like that's how they were made. All right, so I just recorded all of them. Now let's just do the shot. Let's put some emeralds. Nice, we got all the ores being made. Perfect. Next, we gotta go find a stronghold because we're gonna build the end portal. So let's TP to -952, 30, -1416. If you're wondering how I found the stronghold, I just did /locate stronghold. If y'all play Minecraft, you would know how to do that. All right, so here is the stronghold, and we're just gonna go to this room and basically build the portal. And I'll record one Herobrine actually building the portal so that I can put in the eyes. So now if we play it back, we can just go ahead and put the eyes in while he builds it. So just like so. We're also just gonna get shot of putting in the lava buckets, so just like so. And now the last step is actually doing the spawn command. So we're gonna give myself a command block. Here's the command to do that, and basically gonna record myself putting it down with a lever. So let's record that right now. Walk up, put the block down, put the lever, flick it, run away. And now the last shot is actually just recording myself. So I'm going to make another replay, except this time, instead of choosing Herobrine, we're just going to choose my own skin. This could literally be whatever you want. I'm just going to go with my skin, but you can literally use anything. I could be Marlo, bruh. If you know, you know. But as you can see, like I have a bunch of skins in here just from past videos. So we're just going to go find myself. Here we go. Now I deleted the Herobrines because we don't need them anymore. And I'm just going to record this guy. We spawned in. We're going to look around and be confused, and that's it. So now I'm just going to go into F1 mode again and get ready for the last shot. So we'll just go right here. Yeah, this is all the recording done, and the editing is also really easy. So now we can close Minecraft, we don't need it, and let's open our editor. I use CapCut. And honestly, the editing for this is really easy, so you guys will see how to do it all. Alright, I imported all the clips I recorded onto the timeline, and at this point you might be wondering, how am I going to get my face out of this? We're just going to change the aspect ratio to 9:16, and then we can zoom in so we only see the center. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is just cut up the footage so we have everything that we need and nothing that we don't need. So just match the video basically. So like, for example, here's the first shot. We can cut it like right here because we don't need anything after that. For the second shot, let's go find it. Here's the second shot. We can clip it right here. And yeah, you get the idea. Basic editing. Okay, so now all the footage is cut up. I'm actually just going to take the audio out because I was talking over it. Normally, I wouldn't have my voiceover conflicting with the game sounds, but you should have the game sounds recorded fine. So for this example, we just will not have sound effects. But in the video, there are sound effects, so if you want to add them, just download them from YouTube and you can put it on your timeline. So for example, I have like placing stone blocks here. This is a bad example, but like whatever sound effect you need, you can theoretically add it to the timeline if you want to. But now we need to add a song, and I happen to know a bunch of good ones already. We're just going to choose one called Cante de Luna. Yeah, this one should be fine. Sounds like this. And all we need to do is time the beat drop on this last skull edit. I'm also going to add some transitions between all the shots, so we'll do one called mix, and it looks like this. I'll just do that for all of them. Right, so now it looks like this. Pretty clean transitions, W music. All we gotta do now is basically time the beat drop. All right, so now we got the beat drop right there. I'm gonna do right click and do edit, freeze frame, and now we have the beat drop. I'm gonna go to adjust and turn down saturation. We're also gonna get a shake effect just like this. Not that much, but... And we're gonna go find a skull PNG. We already have one downloaded. If you don't, just look one up. Now we're just gonna put this on the screen, and that should be the skull part done. And that's the ending. Let's also add an animation to this shot so that it has a little bit of an impact. So now it looks like this. Alright, perfect. Now the whole short's basically done. All I gotta do is add the text to the top. So let's go to text, add some text, and let's do POV, you generate a world, just like the short says. Let's move it up to the top and let's change the font to impact. That looks pretty good. Let's add stroke around it for the black. There we go. And then let's just change the POV part to red. And I think now the short is completely done. Yeah, we're finished. So I'm going to go export it and see what it looks like. And again, this has no sound effects, which is my fault for recording it on the same audio track as my voice. But normally you guys would have sound effects, so just keep that in mind. I don't want to go through and do all of them just for an example video. But now let's watch it. It's like 37 seconds long. Here we go. And that's it. So yeah, besides like not including the sound effects, this is exactly how I would make the video. We added little Easter eggs like this little sheep in the boat. Don't know if y'all noticed that. The diamond pattern on the wall. Little things like that can help increase your retention and help people rewatch the video, which helps you get pushed out more. Because higher retention equals more views. You don't have to copy the video exactly one for one. You can add whatever you want. Change the shots out so it's more original. And if you guys are interested on how the algorithm actually works, I teach everything there is to know about it in my new exclusive course, where I also have private videos going over step-by-step how to make all my other videos. And you also get access to one-on-one coaching with me, since you can open a ticket anytime, and I'll talk you through any step of the whole process to scale your channel out. So if you're interested, look in the pinned comment. So before I explain the method, take a look at this dude's channel. I was doing some research in the Roblox niche and I found this video, 17 million views. And I was like, huh, what makes this one so good? So I studied the format, and he's basically just jumping on these different Zootopia characters, right? And apparently people like that so much, 18 million views in literally like 4 days. And then when I was looking at his other videos, what did he do? Video right after this? Same exact thing. Except he's switching the characters. So this made me realize the method. And this isn't the only example. If we go by popular, check it out. This is his most popular video right now. He's just climbing up a ladder. This has 41 million views in less than 1 month. So what did he do? He remakes it again, just with a different ladder. And look, 11 million views literally a couple days after the other one. So do you guys see what's going on here? You're just taking the same video format and switching up little elements like what you're climbing up, the characters you're climbing on. And so this brings us to the method, which I'm going to call the mix and match method. And it goes like this. First of all, we have the niche. So in this case, it's Roblox, but this method can apply to any niche that you're doing. So if you don't do Roblox, you can still watch this video and learn something. But this is the Roblox niche. And then next you have the format. So in this case, it would be testing these different characters to see if you can survive on top of them. So let's do a little arrow. We have format. Kind of hard to draw letters with my mouse, and I'm not even right-handed, but there we go. And then after format, all you do is switch the elements. So I'm going to call this one ideas. And what these ideas are just like what you switch out each video. So in this one, it would be Zootopia characters. Then he did Madagascar characters. And then look at today. He even did animals, I guess. Let's check this one out. He does fish. You might be thinking, how do you come up with these different ideas? And all you have to do is choose something that a lot of people can recognize. So you can see animals. Everyone knows what a blue whale is. Everyone knows what a clownfish is. These are broad things that a lot of people can watch and understand. And that's just the concept of keeping your videos broad. But when you combine it with using a good format that's been proven to work, 18 million views in a month, then you can basically create unlimited videos and you just mix and match the ideas. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And just to put this to the test, we're gonna make some brand new ideas using the method right now. So if you want, follow along and make your own ideas too. So first of all, this left column is gonna be the format, okay? And then this is the ideas. So we're just gonna make a list of good formats and good ideas, and then after, we're just gonna make combinations of them to have a bunch of ideas. And luckily, I already have a bunch of formats written out because I started a new community called Motion Farm where I teach you guys exactly how to do what I do. If you're interested in that, I will leave a link in the pinned comment. But anyways, so some examples of formats are levels. So you can have level 1 through whatever. Here's a good example with Mr. Beast. And then this one I call icons. You just put little icons on the screen. This is actually a lot of what Roblox Niche is about, as you can see. We have money, which is kind of similar to the level thing. And then some even broader formats are ranking or just like rants, which can apply to Roblox, but these three specifically can apply to any niche, I think. So let's write down levels, icons, and dollars. And if you're confused at all, this is what this means. I'm just writing down these different formats. So for example, this would be climbing the ladder. This would be standing on top of different characters. This is going up a staircase. So I can actually write those down here. Ladder climbing, standing on things, and then staircase. And the ideas usually are just what you mix and match. So in this case, it would be the characters or the objects. So in this 41 million view short, he's climbing up a normal pole, right? But if we look at his fourth most viewed video, it's different. All he mixed and matched was the ladder. It's the same format, climbing a ladder, as you can see right here. But the idea he switched out was pole versus rainbow ladder. Y'all see it now. So we could just fill out this table, but to make it even more crazy, what you could do is just write out all your ideas here. So we could do animals, planets, cartoon characters, movie characters, game characters. It could be anything that people can relate to, because as you can see, that's exactly what he does. You have Zootopia, you have Sonic. It's just infinite potential. He even did Attack on Titan, which doesn't even like really resonate with the Roblox audience, but it's still got 6 million views. So this goes to show you, like, if you just come up with ideas that people haven't done before, you can get views. I mean, I haven't even wrote down a lot of things, but look at this. You can literally use any anime that's popular and use this format and just switch out the characters to that anime. Using that same method, you can do that with any format and any character. Look, this one's not even characters. This uses buildings. So it doesn't even have to be characters. It can be literally anything. He just uses SpongeBob houses and got 6 million views in like 2 weeks. And when I recognized this method, I actually used it for myself. So I took this format of standing on different characters and just did it for Pokemon because no one did it yet. And Pokemon is obviously very popular. So that's an example of how you could do it. Now, certain formats are going to work for certain niches better. That's why niche is in here. But for the most part, you can basically just apply format and idea to literally any niche you want. So if you guys want to learn even more cool stuff like this and actually get views on YouTube, I have an onboarding Discord that shows you everything you'll get out of this course. So if you're interested in that, again, look at the pinned comment. I think it's pretty valuable, but I just want to start a community anyways. So go ahead and join it. But yeah, that's about it. See you.